Hello, everybody. We are here at Shoptalk, almost live. We are getting together with executives from across the publicist commerce ecosystem to get their perspective on the show, find out the key trends, the key takeaways, and the major news announcements that they're experiencing that might have an impact on you as commerce marketers out there. We are here right now with Chelsea Monaco from Digitas and Reagan Freyer from Haleon. I know it's early, we're only about halfway through the first day, so not a big sample size to go from, but what have you seen and heard so far that kind of stands out to you?
Yeah, so this show is called Retail in the Age of AI, and AI has just been talked about everywhere. I've only been to about 3 content so far, but also at partner meetings, and AI has really just kind of been at the core of everything that's been discussed. What I found is interesting is how AI is being discussed is what's varying, but AI is kind of that consistent topic.
Yeah, I have to say the same. I've also been to a few sessions, mostly at the AI stage, and it is seemingly the hot topic right now. What has been really interesting to me is that there's no real consistency in terms of like alignment on the use of AI, not in a bad way, in a like everyone really does have an opinion, and I think every perspective is actually quite interesting and very thoughtful, and also could be contributive to like what the ultimate use of AI is. I think there is not going to be one clear definition to it in terms of how we apply it. So that's been really fascinating to me so far. Yeah.
And what at Digitas and Haleon, what are you doing so far with AI technology?
Yeah, I can start that
Sure.
one. Yeah, so we're definitely, I won't even say we're stepping in or wading in, we are jumping into this pool. We are focused on what the build of our brands look like within the LLMs. Like we're taking it from, I would say, almost like a more organic content approach first and foremost. Obviously, there's not really a paid component just as of yet. I'm not really sure that we would jump to that right away anyway. I wouldn't say your company is conservative, but we believe in like piloting and learning and applying based off of that. And so right now, our first foot forward is how are we feeding these LLMs to really identify our brands and be able to bring that back to consumers based on their needs and able to close treatment to condition, so to speak. And so yeah, we're really just kind of going for it right now.
Yeah, and to build on that, we've been very focusing on like the media and the operational efficiencies lens, but we've been having conversations around that's super important, but also what could this do for product innovation? And how can we partner with our retailers and our media network partners in a more strategic way and get insights around the changing consumer behavior with AI and how that can inform what we're doing from a media mix perspective, optimization perspective, but also how do we future-proof our business when we think about this product innovation and changing.
Yeah, sorry, if I could just add to that, I think that's a really great call out. Like we're also trying to identify where from the stance of like the build and focus of the LLMs, how is that also informing our paid media? Like because it has an impact in terms of like our search, our SEO, our paid media mix. Like it's a two-way street. We're finding that we need to start connecting those dots a lot sooner.
Looking beyond the show and ahead for the rest of 2026, what are you most excited about? What are you looking forward to for your brands?
That's a good question. I think that AI right now it's the Wild West, right? It just is. I'm not like trying to just beat at this. I just think that this is what we're all trying to discover into right now. To me, it's what social media was like 20 years ago, and you're not going to be able to crack this immediately, nor do I think anybody really wants to. I think the fun of it is discovering how it best will work for us, and I think different industries will apply it differently, different brands will apply it differently. So I'm personally very excited to hear the continued conversation around everyone's different point of view, and then figuring out what makes the most sense for our brands in terms of how it really fits for our consumer, because it is always going back to the consumer first.
And I think the conversation with AI is just having everyone realize how quickly this space is moving. So things that we've been talking about for honestly a couple of years now around the funnel collapsing and the consumer journey and thinking about national and retail media coming together, I think LLMs and the AI conversation is allowing us to move faster in that lens because people are now understanding the future of discovery and just how consumers are engaging with a product is so different that it allows us to have more conversations that in the past would have taken a bit of a longer time.
Okay, final question. This one might be a little tougher to answer, but we come back to this show next year. We put you in front of the camera. What do you think will be the key themes that you'll be talking about?
That is a great question. Oh gosh. I mean, I don't know. I expect it's still going to be AI, but it's going to be like maybe even like the 3.0 at that point. So we just came out of a debate session that was really fascinating, and the perspectives were not wildly different, but yet also wildly different. And I do wonder if we will get closer to either a come together of these two sides of the table of like, is AI really going to change the retail landscape or not? The consumer is going to dictate that, and I think as the consumer gets more embedded with the use of this comfortability of discovery and research and shopping, I do wonder if this conversation is going to look the same, but also turned on its head.
To that point, I think it'd be really interesting if the theme is like, what did we get right? And where did we miss the mark? Where it's like everyone's talking about it, everyone has these theories. Like a year later in this space is going to be a lot of time and a lot of innovation that's going to happen. So I'd be very interested to see like almost having kind of the same content, but like what have we learned in this last year and where we've evolved.
Well, it sounds like you took away a lot for only a half day show. So thank you so much for sitting with us and giving some more insights. Keep checking us out. We'll be doing more almost live from Shop Talk chats with executives from across Publicis Commerce. See you again soon.